Hello, my name is Vianney Salinas. Today's presentation will be on the Continuous School Improvement Assessment Plan that I have created for IDEA Mission Academy. We're going to go ahead and get started. Now, the Continuous School Improvement Framework consists of 5 questions. Where are we now? How did we get to where we are? Where do we want to be? How are we going to get to where we want to be? And is what we are doing going to make a difference? It's very important that we take a look at these questions as we develop, assess, and follow through with our Continuous School Improvement Framework plan. The Continuous School Improvement Assessment sections that are going to be involved in this report are 10. Section 1 is school demographics, Section 2, school perceptions, Section 3, student learning data, Section 4, school processes, Section 5, identifying a challenge within the data, Section 6, using predictive analytics tools such as early warning systems, Section 7, a school's mission, vision, and goals, Section 8, continuous improvement plan, Section 9, implementation strategies, and Section 10, a timeline for the continuous improvement work. We're going to go ahead and get started with Section 1. So school demographic takeaways. These are the school demographic takeaways that I have for IDEA Mission Academy. It is the school that we will be working with today. As you can see, based off the graphs that are presented here, we do have the enrollment total of the schools and the attendance rates. We have them over the course of 3 years from 2016 to 2019. You can see that their enrollment has gone up from 835 to 909 in the course of 3 years, so there are definitely more students that are enrolled in the campus. The attendance rates have also gone up. Specifically for the campus, they haven't gone up so much, but compared to the state, they are on the upper side. So we have 97.8 for the campus attendance rate for 2016-2017, and that has gone up to 98.2 in 2019. Another takeaway from the demographic data collected for this school is the teacher experience for the teachers there, and as well as the racial demographics. Majority of the school is Hispanic, as many schools in the Valley are, and the teacher experience does vary from year to year. We started off with 18.8% teachers in 2016 that had 1 to 5 years of experience, and that number has gone up. But it is important to note that the beginning teachers, who are the teachers who probably had the 1 to 5 years experience in the beginning, have gone up as well. But it is important to know that there are a lot of new teachers that are at this campus every year, and that data has gone slightly up as the years progress. So there are a lot of new teachers. So it's important to note that the experience level is a little bit on the minimal side as far as the teacher experience. Section 2, we're going to go into Section 2, which is the school perceptions. In order to gather the perceptions of all stakeholders involved in the continuous improvement plan, aside from the students, we can use questionnaires. So questionnaires are a great data source for perceptions. It allows an overview of where the staff believes the school is on other measures and makes a difference for continuous school improvement, according to Bernhardt. We will be reviewing IDEA Mission Academy staff questionnaire, which can be found in Appendix A in the report. This is an example of what the questionnaire looks like. It does ask how many years of experience do you have, along with other demographic data, and it gives you an opportunity. It is a Likert scale, so it gives you an opportunity to circle from strongly disagree to strongly agree. We're going to go on to section 3, student learning data. So a major problem taken away from the 4th grade data sets specifically, where we isolated the 4th grade data sets across all grade levels, was the lack, I'm going to go ahead and zoom out a little bit, was the lack of improvement in both reading and mathematics in the 4th grade compared to state data. So as you can see there in the state data for all years, we were a little bit low in 2017. But gradually they have gone up, but not so much to make a huge difference there. There is almost no improvement from the year before and a clear improvement for the following year. So this standstill could be a result of various things. It could be the unfamiliarity with STAR testing from 3rd grade to 4th grade. They do have a big jump in reading comprehension skills in the STAR exam. It could be a lack of comprehensive thinking skills, those reading comprehension skills as mentioned, as well as the experience of all those new teachers that we saw in the data set before. So section 4 is the school processes. It's very important that first we talk about the school processes that we already have in place in the school. Idea Mission Academy, their administrators are really they like to track data. They believe that analyzing data, displaying results, and making the goals for all stakeholders involved is very, very important. They do use a program called Elluminate. It is a data analysis tool. It is very rigorous. It provides a lot of data. The strengths of this kind of programs is that it's already set up to analyze different forms of data, including demographic, TEKS data, and trends within all grade levels. It also allows you to see the district data sets as well, so that's really good when you're comparing data and trying to see where you're at compared to the district. I'm so sorry, I have hiccups. Challenges associated with Elluminate. Although it's a great program, it does require a learning curve. A lot of new teachers especially do not know or do not have the training to maneuver the website, so their assistant principal of instruction or their managers usually do it for them. So because of that, that is a challenge with Elluminate. Section 5, identifying a challenge within the data. So based off the data that we received that we were going over earlier, we will be isolating reading comprehension course performance for the whole campus. So reading comprehension skills is going to be something that we are going to tackle. The data shows that 86% economically disadvantaged students in 4th grade. So we do have a lot of students who are economically disadvantaged and ELL students as well. So sorry. It is safe to assume that based on the course performance and demographics, there is a big gap in reading comprehension skills due to those language gaps. Section 6, using predictive analytics tools such as early warning systems. So to prevent future gaps in reading comprehension, an early warning system will be set in place. It does contain 4 different parts, which is plan, implement, use, and evaluate. In the planning portion, we will use DIBELS testings to identify indicators and data of a lack of reading comprehension skills. In the implement stage, we will train educators to use the reading comprehension skills on ELL students and utilize vocabulary words and strategies, and this will include tutoring and intervention during and after school. On the use part, we will test students on DIBELS 3 times a year and monitor the student progress, making sure to adjust lesson plans accordingly. And on the evaluate part, we will determine areas of improvement using the data from the STAR test, other final exams, and the DIBELS at the end of the year. Section 7 was a school's mission, vision, and goal. Reviewing a school's mission, vision, and goal is really important into a continuous improvement plan because it lets you know what is the goal. What is the goal for the whole school year, for every school year, according to a school's vision and goals. So our vision at Idea Public Schools holistically as a whole is that we are committed to a vision of college for all. Our mission is to set high expectations for every student and also make sure that we are providing personalized learning, critical thinking skills, and all the materials and tools that they need in order to go to college. And our overall goal is 100% of students get accepted into college. So knowing that, we do know that reading comprehension skills is a big part of that. They will carry these skills to college, and they will carry these skills for the rest of their learning life, their learning experiences. So it's very important that we see the connection between what we're targeting this year in our continuous improvement plan and the overall mission and goal of our school. Section 8, our continuous improvement plan. So now that we have all of our data, now that we have our early warning systems on how to catch it and know how it ties into our overall goal, we can come up with a continuous improvement plan. So our first goal is to ensure all students receive equal opportunities to learn and provide them with materials necessary. Sometimes, like we came across earlier, we do have a lot of students who are from the low economically disadvantaged here in the valley. So we need to make sure that they have the tools and materials necessary to compute those reading comprehension skills. It might just be that they don't have laptops at home and they don't have other kinds of materials that can help reinforce these at home. So we do need to make sure that they have equal opportunities with all students. Goal number 2 in our continuous improvement plan is to ensure that all teachers have a strong learning community and have collaboration opportunities. We do have a lot of teachers who are new, so making sure that they have all of the resources that they need and can collaborate with one another, pairing up new teachers with experienced teachers, and making sure that we open up the collaboration through practice sessions and other opportunities throughout the year so that we can compare notes and see what reading comprehension skills are happening across all grade levels that they can add on to or maybe take apart depending on what the expectation for that grade is. Goal number 3, ensure that data is being collected and utilized efficiently. This is where Elluminate and all of our data processing and analyzing tools come into play. And we do need to make sure that all teachers are trained so they can analyze this data without the help of their manager. That way their manager's only duty is to go through the data with the teacher. This data is really important because it allows us to find gaps in reading comprehension skills throughout the year so that we can tackle them early on during our lesson or after a very important test. Goal number 4 is to ensure that all stakeholders are involved in student academic achievement. This is where parents and other programs come into place. We do have a mandatory 30 minutes of reading at home for all students. If parents are aware of reading goals, literacy goals, reading comprehension does go hand in hand with literacy. So if we have the data and we have our goals and we have open communication with our parents, they will understand the connection between the lack of reading comprehension skills and literacy, and we will hopefully have the strong communication to where that they will help us at home. So involving all stakeholders is very important as well. Section 9, the implementation strategies. So we have 4 different strategies that we will use to implement this, which will be the leadership structures, collaborative strategies, professional learning, and partnerships. All of these 4 were touched on in Section 8. Assistant principals of instructions will take on the main role of reviewing data every week, making observations, assigning tasks, and providing practice sessions where teachers can collaborate. Educators at Idea Mission will have various outlets of collaboration. We do have monthly webinars with teachers from all over the district, as well as weekly practice sessions with members from the same content or grade level in-house in school. We do have a lot of professional learning opportunities. We do have a professional development 3 times a year regarding reading comprehension so that we can hone in on those skills. And the partnerships with parents is really important as well. Last but not least, we have our Section 10, the timeline for continuous improvement. A continuous improvement plan ensures our listed goals are being targeted. A formative and summative evaluation plan has been developed in the form of a timeline. So we do have a timeline already set in place. The timeline ranges from before school even begins, as school begins, ongoing, after school begins, and professional learning days. An example of this timeline is as follows. For before school begins, it has when it will take place, who it involves, what it will cover, what tools we would need, what data sources and artifacts we will need. This is an example of the after school begins. It is a little bit different and does involve the who, what, tools, data sources, and artifacts. All of these tables can be found in the continuous improvement plan assessment that is attached to this video. These are all the tools that we need in order to facilitate the reading comprehension gap that we have in IDEA mission. It is very important that this timeline is taken into account throughout the whole year, and teachers, of course, teach to fidelity, and we make sure that we do target reading comprehension skills throughout the whole year. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to learn in this classroom, and I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.